In this video, I'm going to go over my carnivore diet blood test results from January 2020 and compare them to the blood test that I had done just last month in June 2021. What has changed? What's improved? What would I like to keep improving on? Stay tuned for the whole video to find out. My friends, my name is Sarah. I am known as Carnivore Yogi. Thank you so much for being here and clicking on today's video. Today, I am going to go over my blood test results, compare them to January 2020 to June 2021. Both of them, I was on the carnivore diet. I did play around and add in a few plants earlier this year, but decided I didn't feel as mentally clear as I did on a pure carnivore diet. Basically have been on a pure carnivore diet since the beginning or middle of May. So these June 2021 blood tests were taken on June 23rd, I believe. And so they're strict carnivore diet blood test results as well. Before I jump into this, a couple things. This is not medical advice. It is not meant to be taken as so. If you have questions about your blood work, please do work with a medical professional or a doctor. Second thing, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Let's Get Checked. Now, the blood test results I'm going to be going over, you can actually get these done from the comfort of your home. I did use a lab for both of these, but I have used Let's Get Checked several times in between these two sets of labs just to check in on things, make sure my numbers were improving just for peace of mind. And that's the one thing I do love about Let's Get Checked. It's amazing to just have peace of mind, to check on things like your kidneys, to check on things like your vitamin D levels, your nutrient levels, all these things that we want to keep an eye on. So you'll use the link in the information section below to find Let's Get Checked, and you can use my code YOGI30 for 30% off of any of these tests. You can just run them straight from your home. All right, let's jump into this blood work. So spoiler alert, I'm not gonna go over my cholesterol numbers. I will at the end of this video actually show you guys my total cholesterol using a ForaCare meter. So it's not gonna break down HDL, LDL, triglycerides, but it will give you my total cholesterol numbers. I'm open to, maybe contacting Let's Get Checked, getting a cholesterol kit and breaking those numbers down for you guys if you're really super curious about them. But today so comment cholesterol in the comments below if that's something you guys want. Today I'm actually gonna go over my Comprehensive Metabolic Panel, which shows kidney function, it shows electrolyte levels, it shows how your body is basically processing protein. So when I originally ran these numbers, it was January 2020. I had been on a carnivore diet for a solid year, and I was feeling pretty good. I was feeling really good about myself. So when I got these numbers back and they were a little bit skewed, I asked my doctor about them and she said, it's nothing to worry about. I consulted a couple of carnivore doctors and they said, you know what, we're seeing these results kind of across the board in the carnivore community. It's nothing to worry about because all your other numbers look good. We're not worried about it. So what did I do? I made a video going over everything. And then I got trolled really hardcore by a bunch of vegans saying stuff like, I hope Sean Baker comes to visit you when you're getting dialysis, when your kidneys are failing, and oh, she has the kidney function of an 80-year-old person. And I was getting all these messages. It totally freaked me out. I ended up going to a nephrologist to get a scan of my kidneys done, to get an ultrasound, because I was so freaked out. And they were like, we don't even know why you're here. Your numbers are not that bad. But this is the fun of being a YouTuber and sharing personal information on the internet, trying to help other people that you get into situations like that. So anyway, let me show you these results and you can make your own decisions. But the things that were troubling, and I'm going to flash it up here on the screen while I read it. My blood urea nitrogen was a 27, and that's like how much nitrogen is in your blood in a very non-scientific way of explaining that. Mine was a 27, and normal range is between 6 and 20. So obviously my body was having issues getting rid of all the nitrogen in my body. I was eating a lot of protein. I was probably eating around 150 grams of protein per day on an average day-to-day basis. So not crazy amount of protein, but 150 grams probably was where I was at. The other number that was high was creatinine, and it was a 1.02, and that's at the high end. So normal range is between a 0.49 and a 1.02. So it was just a really high range. The number that everybody was coming at me for was my GFR, eGFR, which is estimated GFR. So it's not even the real thing. Estimated was a 69. Now, when it gets to like a 60 and below, that's when people start to question if you have issues with kidney function. And after getting all those comments from all the vegans, that was really freaking me out. Again, when I would take these numbers to a carnivore doctor or even a nephrologist, someone who works with kidneys, they were like, I don't know why you're so worried. But what I started doing after this was I cut my protein way down. I went down to like 60 grams of protein per day, and I started working really hard on my electrolytes, because these numbers are also a sign of dehydration, that I did not have enough electrolytes. So I started working hard on my electrolytes. I've used upgraded formulas to do a hair tissue mineral analysis. I'll link them below if that's something you guys are interested in. But essentially I just got really tight on the electrolytes, and I took my protein down really low. Now, if you have watched any of my recent videos, you can see I'm not eating 60 grams of protein per day anymore. I'm probably going anywhere between 80 and 120. It's different every day. Some days I'm very physically active, I work out hard, and I eat more protein on those days. But I'm not up to 150, but I'm not down low anymore. I'm not doing 60 anymore. So this is my new comprehensive metabolic panel. Let's go through this. My blood urea nitrogen is now a 16, which is perfectly within normal range. The other reason I think that the blood urea nitrogen in these numbers were also skewed is that I had poor digestive enzyme function. I had low HCl, I had low stomach acid, and poor enzymatic function. So this stuff has to go through your gut first, and if you don't have the proper enzymes to unfold these proteins and use these proteins, number one, you're not going to be absorbing them, but you're also going to run into the issue of possibly seeing your numbers skewed this way with the high blood urea nitrogen, because your body is not able to break down, absorb, and utilize all the protein you're eating. So again, I'm eating, a good amount of protein now, but I've also added in HCl before my meals, and I will link the one that I use. I've personally used the Healthy Gut products and really love those, but I take HCl before my meals, and I take digestive enzymes halfway through the meals. And as you can see, my blood urea nitrogen is really good now. So I'm able to break down, use, and absorb all that protein that I am eating now. My creatinine is also in normal range. It's a 0.77. Normal range is 0.5 to 1.0. And the eGFR that everybody was freaking out about is now a 110. So my kidneys are totally fine. Nothing to worry about. And I basically have improved these numbers by fixing my electrolytes, making sure I'm mindful with electrolytes. Again, I've used upgraded formulas. I have used their potassium, their magnesium. I also make my own Soleil water. And I have added in these digestive enzymes to help break down and utilize this protein. Now, you may not need these things. You may not even have this problem. I'm just telling you guys what I've done. So let's jump into testing my total cholesterol with the ForaCare meter. So ForaCare did send me a meter after I have struggled with the brand new Keto Mojo. I don't know about you guys, but the new Keto Mojo, completely inaccurate, just completely inaccurate. I would get a reading for blood glucose that'd be at like a 77, and then I would get a reading like right away again that would say it was like 122. It was just all over the place. So when ForaCare reached out to me, I was like, sure. And what's really cool is you can test your total cholesterol. So let's do it live. Let me show you guys my total cholesterol numbers. Go ahead and prick my finger here. We'll see what this looks like. My total cholesterol, I believe it was like a 230 last time I checked. So let's see what this says. 143. Okay, so it's not even over 200. Some people would even say that's like a low cholesterol. So I'll link the ForaCare meter in the information section below for you guys. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I am open to testing my total cholesterol. That's something I could do with Let's Get Checked. So comment cholesterol in the comments below if you really want me to do a breakdown of what the 143 is composed of, the HDL, LDL, and triglycerides, what those all look like. But again, I'm not really worried about it. I didn't even ask for cholesterol labs when I did my labs because I'm not really worried about it. But just so you know, it's a 143, that's my total cholesterol. The ForaCare is also a blood glucose meter and a ketone meter, and you can also test your total uric acid. I did test mine right before I went on camera here. My total uric acid was a 2.7. So that is perfectly within normal range. It's actually on the low end. I think for women, it's a 2.6 to up to a 5.0 is normal. So I'm totally in normal range for uric acid. So I hope this has been helpful and informative for you guys. And please let me know if there is another video or another topic you want me to talk about. I will be, speaking of ketone meters, making a video very soon, hopefully next week, to show you guys why I'm not chasing ketones anymore, how that actually made me gain weight, and kind of what I'm targeting for, what I'm aiming for more so now these days as I am trying to just keep my weight in a good place, stay healthy, stay happy, and all that good stuff. So I hope this was helpful, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.